since I've watched a lot of you guys get better over time. I watched a lot of people get better over time, and I really like that. It's been a while. Yeah, it's kind of wild how long it's been, huh?
Got shoved through there.
But I've enjoyed it. It's funny that this song's on, and then we're talking getting emotional while the song's playing.
All right. Hello, sports fans. Another start to a fantastic year. Just got some, just nursing a hangover. Mrs. Frostmage got me all drunk up last night and took advantage of me. It was awesome. Are you listening? Let's see. Do we have a. I think the music is on. Look at that. Maybe I can find some in the background here. Let's try this one. That should work, shouldn't it? Music is not on. Oh, there we go. We should have some music. It says I'm not on yet. Uh-oh. Maybe it's just catching up here. Let's see where we're at with this stuff. So here's one. There's two. Okay, just waiting for people to fill up here. So I only started tracking some of these things, all things being equal, fairly recently. Now these numbers are clearly way higher than they actually are. But I only started tracking this in April, last April, until the end of the year, including yesterday. Even though I didn't stream every day, I did play pretty much every day. Yeah, I can actually look it up. You're not online. There you go. Who cares? Welcome in, young sir. Welcome in. With the guidance, let's make sure we give a shout out here. There we go. Mrs. Frostmage says, Happy New Year's to Who Cares? Should kick in here in just a second. It's not. Oh, there we go. Sports fans. Okay. We're starting to a fantastic year. I'm just waiting for it to catch up here. It's just it's a 3-minute delay. It's just right behind, so it's just kind of catching up. I need to hear the music here. Drunk up last night. Took advantage of it. It was awesome. I guess I should probably turn this as well. Are you listening? We'll get out of the way this one. Let's see. Do we have the? Hi, guy. Happy New Year. All the best on the felt. Yes. Who cares? Hello. There we go. Let's get that up there. As a shout out for Who Cares. Who Cares is my poker coach. All the terrible habits that I have that you see me play and all the terrible calls I make, it's all his fault. So you should go check out that guy's feed. What's his Instagram? Should work. Instagram. This is Who Cares. No, you can go look up Instagram on Who Cares' Twitch channel. I'm sure he'll have it on there. You can go check out his what he says is a good call and a bad call. Again, all my bad calls, blame that guy. Mrs. Frostmage also just yelled Happy New Year to you, young sir, and look forward to trying to connect. Okay, now excellent. So worked out. Wait. That's the same one I think that he had on there before. Okay. Oh yeah, so let's give a quick recap this past year. What happened? Where did we go? What was on there? Probably just time delay watching it. Yeah, it's a 3-minute delay. I've been tracking how many tournaments I played since April of last year. Now I have all the tournaments I played before that, but I just never went back and counted them up and whatnot. But since April, including until the end of yesterday, and I only played like 3. Just had Mrs. Frostmage and I were socializing and resting and just getting ready for the evening and whatnot. I played since April 1st to December 31st. I played 1,970 tournaments. That's a lot of tournaments. So that's April, May, January, February, March, April. So I'm missing 3 months in there. You can extrapolate if you take out, it's about 300, maybe 200. About 200 per month is what I'm playing there. I'm gonna add another table in here. So I played about approximately 2,400 tournaments. That's a couple tournaments. This one. And Happy New Year's to Mrs. Frostmage. Oh, that's so nice of you. Thank you. Why did this not come up? This one. There we go. All these great graphics that's up there, the lights and the stockings and things like that. Probably should have updated those names, but that's okay. Who cares about all of those things? It's awesome. I mean, I can't do any of those things. Oh, we're going on a break. Okay, so 6 minutes. I should have did that beforehand. Oh well, no big deal. This one is a 6 max sit and go, and this is also a 6 max sit and go. They are different different buy-ins. So I've been starting to play much more of these. Nice hand, nice hand. Of course, the good calls you make are you're doing. Oh yeah, of course. Because I realized the bad calls I was making was your fault, so I had to make good calls on my own. So last year, oh, what happened last year? You know what? I'm actually just going to get a coffee. I'll be right back. This one, just get a coffee. Got my favorite shirt on. This is going to be my new poker playing shirt. This came as a gift this Christmas. I'm pretty thin there. Oh, getting a full double up. That's awesome. From 3 bigs to 7, all the way up. So now I'm just short of a starting stack again. Silly billies. I'm in a bit of a quandary. I'm not really sure what to do with this just yet, and I'm not gonna lie, I've just been thinking about it. I still don't know what the right answer is. So I started the Chris Ferguson challenge last year. As everyone knows, as you can see from the title of this stream, I'm going to try and start off a solid year this year. Or continue the solid run, I guess. Oops. Need something up here. Oh yeah. Let's look at that. So at the bottom of the screen, you should be able to see. Oh, it didn't come up. How come that didn't come up? No, coffee. So January 4th of last year. So almost, well, I guess it'd be 362 days ago. It's 363 days ago, something like that. I deposited $20 into this account. And that was the only deposit I had all year. Yeah. And so anything that when you finish the year at or above, is good, right? You finished in the plus column, which is huge. In this account, I finished the year somewhere. Today's starting stack, starting bankroll on Party Poker, which is also the equivalent to the end of last year. Is $853.43. ended. It got shot 9. Can't call that. And I only bought it for $20, right? So I played. The goal through the Chris Ferguson challenge is to go from 0 to 1,000, but that wasn't really when my challenge started for this. The first one was $20 Canadian to 120, which is 0 to 100. And as Chris Ferguson says in his journey of that, it took him much longer time to do it, and it was more difficult than he thought. I absolutely agree with that. It was a huge grind to get any sort of traction, to get any sort of you got to hit the run good, and you have to hit it twice, I guess. So in Ferguson's example, he was playing the free rolls. Okay, so let's come over to the other table, because now we have lots of tables up. This table up here, this is 888 poker. I've deposited 0 money into this bankroll, but it still counts as part of the whole challenge. So I'll come back to what that means here in just a minute or two. My final bankroll on this, even though I've deposited 0 money, is $93.40. That's what I started today. When you add those two totals together, I'm about 846. So I'm $56 short of the 120 to 1,000 challenge across the two accounts that I played. $56. I've deposited 0 money into this account. So I played some of the free rolls, won some tickets, as it were, won some cash, used the micro, here it is, the micro rollers, used the money that I got from these micro tournaments and just bankrolled it, right? Played better, got in the right spot, the right place, the right time, yada, 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 all those good things that go with that, and turned this bankroll into $168 or something like that. And then I just had some run bad, because that's called variance, on this one. Right, so it went back the other way. So again, I finished at $93.40 this year. So again, for not depositing any cash in that, it's still pretty good. So between these two, $56 short. All right, so the challenge was to go from 20 to 120, and I did that in 29 sessions, which I think was essentially like in actual days, calendar days. I think it was 2 months. I'd have to look it up, but let's see, achievement. Oh yeah, so I started this on January 4th, and on February 18th is when I got that. So, and that was 29 sessions. You can do the math on that. It's February 14th would be 4 days less. So we got about 6 weeks or so to go from 20 to 120. So then on February 19th, slide all the way up here. I took a couple days off from the 18th. I took a week off, and then I started playing February 24th. That was the 89, because I converted from Canadian dollars to American dollars. 120 Canadian is $89 American, and that is where we're at. 89 American to 100 US DA challenge. Started on February 24th. So my quandary is, if I'm still continuing on with that challenge, shouldn't I continue that challenge until February 24th? That would be the full year, right? Or do I just start today? I'll probably run the two concurrently because I still want to meet the goal of the 1,000, which I'll do, but I should probably start a new challenge today. Well, no, I can't. I can't do that, actually. because Chris Ferguson, he put himself to very strict criteria of playing, of achieving the challenge. And this, so Who Cares and I, we were talking about this a couple months back, and he says, yeah, you shouldn't, Who Cares is saying to me, I shouldn't play these ones anymore. I should, my bankroll says it's better than this, and I should play higher than this, and those are all valid arguments. And I want to do that, and I will do that, but it doesn't fall in but. I hate when that happens, the but, because it doesn't fall into the criteria that Chris Ferguson was put himself under, of which I've taken on as well. I want to do the exact same thing, so I haven't quite done that. I have deviated slightly from it. Deviated slightly from his challenge, insofar as that this is a $1 sit and go, and this is a $2 sit and go. This is the maximum that, based on the rules that Ferguson put for himself, these are the highest tournaments you should buy into. Maybe like a 220 or something. Nothing more than that. And I didn't do that because I bought into at least 3 or 4 of these $5 tournaments. I've won 2 and I've lost 2, I think. So maybe I've played like 5. I've won 2 and I've lost 3. I can probably go look it up exactly. So that by doing that is outside of what Ferguson's rules were. So I've deviated a little bit from it, but not a whole lot. Probably gonna have to get out of the way of this one. It's the Ace Queen offsuit is not good enough. Bet pot, flop, half pot. Just get out of the way of this. Can't be doing this now. Yeah, so that becomes the challenge. This is usually pretty good. I found, again, it's just adjustments, right? Because it's a different strategy. This is essentially you're playing at a final table, and only like all the money's in the top 3, right? This is a double or nothing type thing. So you play until there's only 3 people left. So you're really incentivized to make it into the money. Yes, you want to make it to the top, but Who Cares and I, we spend a lot of time talking about like tickets, winning money, winning tickets into step programs and things like that. It doesn't matter whether you come in first or you come in 20th. As long as you finish in the money, it all pays the same. And that's what happens with these. So when you're on the bubble, right now you have to tighten up your play a little bit. You have to make some tighter folds because of that. This has really helped the final table play. But because I'm on the low stack, I can get some gamble in here. This guy over here's got 35 bigs. He's got a lot of chips here, right? He can afford to take some of the risk. If you take a shot and miss, you're out. If he takes a shot and misses, he loses some of his stack, right? If I was this guy, I'd be putting more pressure, just two over and over and over again. Because people like me right here, and where's this other one? Boy, he's got 9 bigs. That's 30% of his stack or whatever, potentially at risk, but he's got the big chip stack, just 2. Pressure on the small stacks all the time, over and over and over. And then you get some of the shit hands that happen there, right? Who Cares and I mean, he and I differ slightly in our take. But with 5 bigs, you need, like, I'll need a full double up here from somewhere. Because just sitting and coasting will work, but only for so long. These guys clearly, in the 15 minutes I've been playing, have not shown any sort of, other than the first hand where I played here, these guys have shown zero aggression. Right, this is not a very good hand. King 10, I tell Mrs. Frostbite, just a terrible hand, don't play this. But you're six-handed, and I'm the shortest stack, so I've got to throw some more chips in there more often. And if you go out, you go out. That's just the way it is. Yeah. Let's try and steal this up a little bit. This is below my jamming range here, but it's good enough. So this is never like a aces or kings, I don't think. Shouldn't be anyway. Then more like an ace king, ace queen type hand. Yeah, there it is, ace queen. Should clip that because that's a good read. We need a club here. Need a club or a straight, and then we're out. That's just what happens. Big deal. All right. Let's go back to this one. Oops, that's the wrong one. So we're out of another one. And so I'm fairly sure, like in that six-handed, I mean, who cares? He advocates for folding that, and has before. And I'm like, no, I don't know. I don't know if that's it. And I only say that, not to put words in his mouth. I only say that because it's six-handed. But I only have 5 bigs. In this book here, Caro's book of Most Profitable Hold'em, page 23. Caro says that 60% of the time there's an overcard. 9s used to be my jamming point, but not anymore. Oops, lost a table here. 3. It's this one. I'm in another table, another game now. Oops, that's the same one. There we go. Yeah, I think you have to jam it. He's got 6 outs. He has to hit to win. I don't. And arguably, you can say the same thing about pocket 2s, right? And that is true. But again, Kara says here 2s, 3s, 4s. That 88% of the time, or 89% of the time. I'm not sure how that works with 2s, by the way. But there's going to be overcards. Okay. This, I think, is this one here, King 7 suited. I don't know. I don't like it. But you're just behind on everything. Let's see what we got here. I mean, I hit the 10, so I've still got to bet it here. I guess if he calls or check raises, I'll fold it, but what aces should he have here? Right? He shouldn't have too many aces there. He raised pre-flop, there's an ace on board, and then he checked it. I advocate for, if you fight so hard to take the lead, then you want to continue keeping the lead. So if you raise from the small blind pre-flop, you should be leading on the flop almost 100% of the time. Right, so here we go. Ace 9 set, so he should be out now. Because you're out of position, right? You thought your hand was so good that no matter what comes on the flop, you want to take your hand from out of position the rest of it. That's how good you think your hand is. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? But when the flop comes, now you still have to lead there because you fought to take the lead. Does that make sense? And so our game is about information. As you get more information, you make better informed decisions. I guess if you're trying to fight to take position from the small blind and 5 people call you to the flop, then I think you give up unless you smash that. Right? If I flopped a set, I would still lead because I'm showing that I want to take the lead of the hand. If someone raised behind me, depending, I may just call at that point. Right? But I fought to take the lead pre-flop. I got the lead. Here's one of these hands, right? Twos versus. I mean, it's not twos holds up here, but I don't know. Especially when you're on the bubble with that. All right, so we were out of that one, I think. I think this is now the 4th one we're in, and we finish in 2nd place for 368, I think it is. 368. So right now we are 50-50. We played 4 these turbos. Yeah, we're 50-50. Let's do it. Get out of the way of this one. Oh, Ian Simpson's on. They have a really good tournament here. This one that I'm playing is like what is it, 6 max, I think? 6 max, $1, 1,000 micro player. First place is getting $100, but it's these bounties. It's this thing here. It takes a while. This will kick in eventually, but you have to play for a fairly lengthy period of time to get to that. Mystery Bounty kicks in on level 17, and we're on level 11, so it's another 45 minutes. So you got to play for about 2 hours in this one before the Mystery Bounty kicks in. You can see why they have like 1,000 players in this tournament, or more. Look it up. Have to look it up, but like 1,600. Yeah, let's see. What's this one? Some in the range of 1,300 is what they have here. 1,000. Yeah, 1,000 to 1,300. Any number in between there. Right? So just making it to the money is usually pretty good. But you want to make sure that you have a stack high enough that you can cover. And I had to reach out to someone else that knows these things better than I. Poker Pros, for example. I reached out to Josh Manley Poker, and I reached out to Aaron Barone, both of which are streamers on 888 Poker. And I just asked them the same question. Like, I don't play mystery bounties. What sort of strategy do you think that should be employed here, or what that you advocate for? What sort of strategy do you advocate for that you should have to this? And more or less, both guys said the same. You want to make sure, put yourself in a position that you have the largest stack at the table or close to the largest stack at the table. Because excuse me, you can see, maybe you can't see, it hasn't come up yet. There's one $100 bounty, there's 2 $30 bounties, and there's 6 $10 bounties. It's $1 to buy into this tournament. So you really want to win one of those 3, right? The top, the 100s and the 30s. That's really what you're looking for. It'd be better if you can take all of them, but if you really want one of those, because if you're buying in for $1 and you knock one of these guys out, both of those make it worthwhile. Right? 30 times your money or 100 times your money if it's just a one buy-in. The bounties will kick in, but you may not even be in the money yet. It's pretty close, but not quite. 17, what does it say here? Let's assume that, oops, this is, 4 is ace 4. If there's 1,300 people, 132 people make the money, there may be 180 people left when the mystery bounty kicks in. So 50 people would get kicked out. Champagne Poker, welcome in, youngster, welcome in. And Happy New Year's to you. Mrs. Frostmage and I, we did have a fantastic evening. Thank you. Oops. 1 second here. There we go. Shout out to Champagne Poker. He's a fellow streamer, fellow poker player. Lives here in Calgary. Go Flames, go! Oh, there's my Miss Flames head. I had to wear that one last night because Calgary Flames played last night. We won, by the way. And oops, I was wearing my Team Canada jersey yesterday because Team Canada beat Germany as well, 6-3. So it was torn. I had to wear my jersey because I don't have to wear my Canadian jersey very often. But I also had to wear my Flames hat. And cheers to you. You know where else you can probably go meet Champagne Poker for sure and in person is at Deerfoot Casino. Is it January 9th? So like just over a week from now. I think they're having their WSOP circuit event going on. And I know that Champagne said that he's playing in a bunch of the, or not a bunch of, playing in some of the satellite tournaments for a main ticket event. For a main event ticket, I guess, my guess. Go check him out. Yeah, so I was just sharing their Champagne that I'm $56 across my two accounts, across 888 Poker and my Party Poker account. I'm $55 short of my 89 to 1,000 goal. So I'm just trying to trudge along, and the question is, trying to wrestle with. I have basically until February 24th, I think, is when I should end that challenge. Because that's when I started it, was February 24th. It took me 29 sessions to go from $20 to $120 Canadian, and then I switched over from Canadian to American dollars. And I started the 89 to 1,000 challenge on February 24th. So I should be able to continue doing that, right? I think that's kind of the right play there. I'm gonna have to chunk it all in here. Hello, Mrs. Frostmage.
Hey.
Let's make sure we're into another one here. There we go. As well as I figure, like I have hard data to show that I played 1,970 tournaments from April until December 31st of this year. That's what I said, right? 1970, yeah. Kings versus Jacks. Ooh.
Put your diaper in if you come. You're bad girl sometimes.
Oh, we've got one more in here. And we have one. This one. Which is a lot of tournaments. Need to fix my chat box? Yeah, you did. Yeah. Yeah, let's throw some chips onto this one as well. So again, at $56, $55, it'll be a no-brainer. I should be able to do this. But I have changed some of my playing strategy. It's the 10th, okay. Yeah, I knew it was close. January 9th, it's Champagne Poker's just clarifying it's the 10th. Go check it out. Mrs. Frostmate just going to the neighbors. I think they're going to go drink some Prosecco, which is kind of disgusting to me right now. I don't drink Prosecco to begin with, but I was up late. I think I was up till 3 o'clock 2 nights ago, which was just absolutely brutal because I had a Scotch night. Huge shout out to my great friends Brian and Michelle Morissette. Brian does not drink Scotch, he drinks bourbon. So he, at his Christmas party last year, so 12 months ago, 13 months ago, he got this giant bottle of Scotch. Look at that bad boy. I haven't drank too much of it to start with, but he got this, and he says, and he knows that I drink Scotch. He says, I'll tell you what, you get me a bottle that's, this bottle happens to be 1.75 liters. Give me a bottle of Jack Daniels, that's what he likes to drink, of the same one, and we'll just switch it, like, sold. I went out the next day and got him a bottle of it. It was done. Yes, it was delicious. But I was up quite late, had several scotches, and I thought I cleaned up. I was pretty good. I went to bed and asked Mrs. Frostmage, and in the morning she's like, "You had a Scotch night last night, did you?" Like, what? What are you talking about? Well, yeah, there's glasses everywhere. Oops, sorry about that. Anyway. And then last night was tequila. The people that we went with, their home, they, for Christmas, Mrs. Frostmage and I bought them a fairly expensive bottle of tequila, because that's what they like to drink. And they just put it in the freezer, as we do, and we just let it sit there. We just let it sit there for days and days and weeks, sometimes months. So it's ice cold. It's delicious, and just pour shots. So we had shots of that last night, and there was lots of it. We killed that whole bottle off. Like, he cracked that bottle for us. We killed the whole bottle off. It was a rough morning for me, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so this is what I was saying, right? This is just fold. Even though it's ace-5, I'm on the button. I'm fairly sure I'm ahead of that range. I don't want to give this guy a chance, so it's just better to give it up. Right? First place pays the same thing as third place. You want to give it up and just kind of take it off. So pocket eights holds. We would have taken that one down as well. Is what it is, but don't feel bad that we missed. Right? We can't. This guy jammed. We can't call there anyway. Way you can do it. I'm starting from 0 across the boards. Can add some play money till the 5, and was a slow day for you. Yeah, but the difficulty. So Ferguson, right? This is the Chris Ferguson challenge. Ferguson put very specific criteria, like bankroll management criteria, on himself, right? And by adjusting that, right? Who cares? Says that I should stop playing these dollar tournaments, or $1 or $2 or whatever it is. I should be buying some of these $22 tournaments. Absolutely, I get it. I understand. Yes, I can. It's not that I don't think my play is good enough to handle that. Quite the opposite, actually. Absolutely, I think I can play those ones, but it's different, right? It doesn't fit in line with the bankroll management that Ferguson puts out for himself. This is why I've got to keep toiling in these micro limits until that occurs. I guess it could track it, but if you just have one drunken night and forget to write something down, then you're messed, right? So I don't want to do that. So I think I'm just going to continue going here. I'll get this for sure. Don't get me wrong. 20, 50, 55 bucks is wrong. But I'll just have to do this for just a little bit longer. Yeah, you got this, no problem. Yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, for sure. You just got to keep trudging along. I'm not gonna lie, I could probably get. I could probably get that today. I was trying to get the 56 bucks yesterday, but again, Calgary or Canada played hockey during the day, so I had to watch that till 2 o'clock. Mrs. Frostmage and I, we went and had a nap because we knew we were going to be up late last night in beverages. Yeah, rough. What was this? 2 a.m. Last night. You were you were up until 2 a.m. last night. Now you're job searching today. Nice job. You got a Texas Mickey of JD one time. It's delicious. I like it, right? I'm not a huge bourbon fan, but bourbon's pretty tasty. A lot. And I need to throw in, oops, what's this one? This is 9.6. We'll just chunk it all in there. I just got my training for my triathlon this year that I'm still doing. Start slowing down a little bit. Calgary's cold, right? But this winter we've had a really mild winter. I think it's 1 or 2 degrees outside right now. That's super nice. It was 9 degrees yesterday. This is in Celsius, by the way. Super nice day. Nice warm. Always beautiful. You can actually run in shorts in that as well, I guess. So let's look at this hand here. I need a 5, 6, or a club. 5, 6, or a club, and I missed all of that. He should be all in here because that's how he's playing. Yeah. But you got to know enough not to bet there, right? Anyway. What do we have over here? Sally Cinnamon? Nice. Let's chunk it. You got me. Let's take it down. Yep. Yeah, so I'm going to mark down. I'm going to go from 10,000 or from 1,000 to like a $10,000 bankroll challenge. As soon as I hit the 1,000, the 56, make up the 56 bucks. And it should quicken, right? The pace. On Shark Scope, who cares? Look me up. And you can see on mine it goes flat. It spikes right up because I won. I took a 30-cent tournament. I won a 30-cent tournament and turned it into 868 bucks. And then it flattens out again. It's probably actually going down a little bit now. It's been a while since I've won that. Can't call it that. Yeah, it spikes up. 30 cents into 800, turned it into 868 bucks. That's how I got that spike up quick, right? And then I just stopped playing the 20 cent and the 30 cent tournaments. And now basically play $1 and $2 tournaments. And these are $1 and $2 micro tournaments that I'm playing right here. Oops. Did I lose one? Yeah, I did lose one. Sorry about that. Should have 3 tournaments up. Yeah, there we go. So what happened here? Fast guys went down. Went down to Chinatown. Fast guys went offline. That's what happened here. Back to turning tricks for keys. Nice. I don't know. Underboss. Been a crazy mild winter, absolutely. My running coach, we met through playing poker. He actually picked Mrs. Frostmage and I up. We carpooled with he and his wife to our party last night. He just committed to a race that he was showing me in southern Alberta. It's a run till you're dead type race, essentially. There is no distance. I think it's a 7K loop, 7-kilometer loop around whatever it is, a lake or a parking lot or whatever the case may be. But it's 7K from start to finish, and you keep running till people tap out. As well as there's a time limit. You have to run at a 7-kilometer. Why did I call that? Why did you do that? You have to call a 7-kilometer minute. Maybe it's an 8-minute kilometer. You just keep running until you fall below that time, or you decide, okay, I'm done. Let's fold here. Yeah, this is a $2 buy-in, so I didn't mean to call that 7, by the way. Set of 2s on the river. Nice hand, nice hand. Oh, I lost my train of thought there. We're getting short time in this one. There's only 22 minutes or so left in rebuys. Currently, 849 people have bought into this tournament. There's only 302 left. We'll probably get another 100 on this. As I said, so right now, the payroll on this one is 96 people get paid. Right? If there's 96 people get paid and there's 300 people, you can do the math. Gotta lose 2/3 of the field. It's been a way to go. Oh yeah, okay, so the running thing. Yeah, so he's going to start his race here with, I don't know, 50 other people, 100. I'm not really sure how many people are in his race. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that status bar there. Let's see if I can find it again, because not this one. Oh, it's because there was 2 status bars, that's why. Oops. So as I said, I played 1,970, so I'm going to, argument's sake, I'm going to say 2,000 tournaments. For sure, I have records for 1,970 of them, 1,970 tournaments. It would be ridiculous to suggest that I didn't play 30 tournaments in the first 3 months of the last year, January, February, March, right? January, February, March, and I have records from April until the end of it. So I played about probably 2,400 tournaments this past year. But I only have records for 1970 of them. One of the things I didn't do is track these double or nothing tournaments that I'm playing right now. This thing here, for example, or this one here, because there's 3 tables going on, and these play fairly short. It's difficult to track all the different tournaments that you play in here. So you can see right about here at the bottom, let's type this in here. I die? Yeah. Yeah. Legend. There we go. You'd die if you did. Let's come back to this. So right here, you can see that there's 5 in here. This is actually incorrect. Because I just can't keep track of this thing. It just goes so quickly. I think that's probably more accurate of where I'm at right now. Yeah, see, who cares? He would say, no, don't just fold that. I know he would. All right, so there's another one at the bottom there. Let's get out of this one. 6th, and I place 4th, so on the bubble. So let's check this one. Yeah, so, and then my coach, as I was saying, he's running this race, 7-kilometer loop, and you just keep running. And you have to finish your 7-kilometer loop in, let's say, 8 minutes. I don't know what the exact number is, but we're just randomly picking a time. He has to finish the 7-kilometer. You have to run at 8 minutes per kilometer. If it's 7, you have 56 minutes to make the whole loop. Right? That's the kicker. 8 minutes. 8-minute kilometers. So some kilometers you're going to run a little bit quicker, some kilometers you're going to run a little bit slower, but you have 8 minutes to finish that. And you keep running until you fall less than the 56 minutes. As soon as you fall less than the 56 minutes, then they, as you come running around, they tap you out. Nope, you're done. And you just whittle it down. And you just keep running this thing over and over and over again. As well as, and Jimmy told me this last night, when your head's up, once that guy's out, you have to run one more time. Apparently the guy that won this last year or the year before, I forget which, he tapped out and he just kept running. Because they track how many hours, how many laps you do, right? This guy had like 8 laps or something like that, which is pretty good. And everyone has kind of bailed out to the 3rd lap. He ran another 5 laps after that, because he wanted to get the record. So not only have you beat everyone in their time, now you're just going for this. And apparently this guy is like an Olympic distance runner for Canada. So it should be expected that he's going to be up here. He's just going to run and run and run. Like, so Jimmy, you want me out here for how long? It's going to take 56 minutes to run this thing. Okay, so yeah. I could be out there all day. We'll figure out the exact time. Yeah, you would die that. I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm pretty sure that these guys are going to run a marathon of this. Question is the time. So in my preparation for, so Mrs. Frostmage has run an Olympic distance triathlon, which is, I think you swim for 1.5 kilometers. You bike 40 kilometers, and then you run 10 kilometers. That's Olympic distance. And she's run this. She went out and got herself a tattoo, highlighting her accomplishments, as you should, because very few people can run that. She did it. And so, as an athlete, when I was in my younger days, I wanted to. It was a different sport, but I wanted to continue to be active, continue to be athletic. So I took some time off, a little more than 10-15 years from what's this? Shark Scope shows I played 4 of these, but two in the money. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. So this should be different here. What did we say? It was this one, probably like that, right? Something like that. Yeah, it's Who Cares is just texting me. Who Cares is my poker coach as well as best friend. We're gonna get together and drink some beers. S Champagne. I encourage you if you're interested in joining us for a beverage. I'm sure I can figure something out, and we're going to try and get together for lunch on Thursday. I live in southern part of the city. I live about 4 minutes away from 4 or 5 minute 4 minute drive away from I live in Quarry Park, 4 minutes away from Deerfoot. We're going to drive down to downtown at 17th Avenue. Who Cares and I were going to go have a beverage sitting on the patio. I'm not going to sit on the patio, it would be too cold for that. But sit and talk about poker, talk about life, talk about whatever else, right? Because that's what we do. I'll extend that invite. I'll have to see if Who Cares is okay with that, but knowing him as I do, I don't think it would be too much of an issue. He was just saying that I showed that I've moneyed in some of these right now. I haven't looked it up, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I show that I've played 7 tournaments today, of which okay. So what do we miss here? We're missing this one, I think. Put this one back up here. This is this one, I think. No, that's the wrong one. I think it's, where is it? Oh, maybe I've got the same one up there. Yeah, I think it's this one here. Should be this one. Okay, there we go. That's the right one. So of these ones, I've played 7. What do we got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tournaments. So I've played 4 of these ones and already lost out. And it's just a switch. Of those, 50% I'm in the money and 50% I am not in the money. Right, which could be what Who Cares is talking about right now, saying that I've played 4 of these things and I've 50-50'd of the money, which is in line. But what I forgot to do was add at the bottom of this one. Yeah, this one here at the bottom left, you can, where the snow is all covered up, of course. Let's wait till the snow's gone. You can see that there should be, I've got 9 there, should be 7. And I'm in 3, so this, so I've got too many is what you're saying here? That's what I suspect is being said. So let's click these 2. Let's get these ones to the yellow. This goes to the yellow. We'll get rid of this one till it's gone. Who Cares designed all of this, by the way. Yeah, this guy's way smarter than I am on this stuff. I don't know how to do any of it. So I tease him and say to him, like, if you're the brains of this operation, by definition, that makes me the face of the operation. That means that we're in a lot of trouble. Mrs. Frostmate just laughed at me. Hey, Rob is here. Say hello.
Who's that?
Who?
Oh, as soon as you put this on.
Yeah, there you are, right there. Say hello.
Huh?
Huh.
Okay, Edie and I are walking down.
You're gonna steak sandwich.
Yeah.
Okay, we're still gonna do that. Okay, you guys are heading down there now.
Yeah.
Not Mrs. Frostmage. Mondays. Mrs. Frostmage and the neighbor lady go for steak sandwiches at Partners in where is it?
Urban. Or
No,
Ogden.
in Ogden. every Monday. This is their thing. This is what they do. So we usually go at like 5 o'clock after work. Today is a holiday. That's what's happening. So there it is. Yeah, that's the plan. And we get luck sucked here. Ace Queen into King Jack, and he hits the 6 outer, and that's just the way that goes, right? It's awesome. Strategy wise, Who Cares says if the guy dropped his cards in front of you and you had perfect information, would you fold? I could see that this guy had King Jack offsuit and he dropped his cards. I have Ace Queen. Are you ever folding your cards here? How about pocket queens versus pocket kings? Who cares, right? If you saw the guy had pocket kings or queens and you had pocket kings, would you fold your kings? No, of course not. The fact that he hits a 2 outer, why would you ever get mad at that? Never get mad at that, right? Because you know that it's 80-20. I want that all day long. All right, I would die if I did that. That works. Yeah. See, I'm assuming Who Cares is saying yeah, you'd bite, right? Yeah. I probably threw them out. No, I don't. I do not know where your boots are. Corey Park, yes. Dice, and absolutely. Who Cares is saying yes. Let me know when and where, and I'll see if I can. Absolutely. Just to be fair, we never know either. He lives. Who Cares lives downtown, just off of 17th Avenue. I park in his parking spot, right at his place, and then we decide where we're going to go. But I assure you, it'll be along 4th Avenue. 4th Street or 17th Avenue. If you want to make it Champagne, if you want to join, head down there. Let's. Who Cares? Let's talk about it now. You want to get together at what time and Who Cares? Mrs. Frostmage, you work tomorrow, right? Okay, so no, Thursday. Sorry, not tomorrow. It's not tomorrow. It's Thursday. Who Cares? Can't get together tomorrow or Wednesday. He said he's got some other stuff he has to take care of. So Thursday, we're going to go downtown. On Thursday, let's get together at 12:30. Who Cares?
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia. Hi, Miss Frostpage. We got to put this guy on, I guess. Got a flush. You got me. Oh yeah, we're all in here as well. We're not folding. Ace-8 is much too good of a hand here. Come on, 3 outer. No 3 outer. And we're out. All right, we're going to be out of that one as well. So we finish in 5th place. Just not doing very well in these. So this is where the tracking comes through. I mess these things up all the time, right? Trying to track all these things. All right, so again, if Who Cares and I, we meet for 12:30, there it is. You just head down anywhere on 12th Avenue. We like to go to, so that's still ahead there. 4th Street, there's a Grafton and Bloor, which we like to drink beers with because we like the pizza for lunch. It's a spicy pepperoni pizza we like. What else is there? We usually go along 17th Avenue, but we usually sit out on the patio. We're not going to do that tomorrow, obviously, or on Thursday. National is usually where we go to until 4 o'clock or so, because I think One Night Stands, that's the name of the bar, opens up at 4. And we go there because it got cheap ass PBRs. Cheap ass PBRs. Love them. Love them to death. You're in Aaron Woods. Okay. Yeah, I know it well actually. Oops, yeah. So the girls are walking down there, so I'm gonna have to drive, go pick them up. It is break on this tournament for a 5-minute break. This is the other one. I think these are just the 2 tournaments I'm going to play today. Again, because the girls went out for Mrs. Frostmage and the neighbor lady. They're going for beers at the pub, so I think I may join them. Sure, 12:30. Okay. I'll be right back. I'm going to take a break here. I'm just going to hit the sit out button. Don't recommend doing that, but it's necessary. I'll be back in just a couple minutes. All right, right back. Yeah, I was just welcome back. Yeah, I had to step away there. I do apologize. Who cares? Sure, 12:30. I think I can get up that early. The thing is, the last couple of nights, last couple of days, probably the last 4 or 5 days, I've been getting up about noon as well. I just haven't been able to sleep. Staying up till 3 o'clock drinking scotch probably is not helping that at all. Last night, I think Mrs. Frostmage and I went to bed, we got home at 2 a.m. last night. We probably turned everything off about 3, or I did anyway. She just went to bed quicker than I did. You want to try that place on 4th Street? Unicorn? A googly. Yeah, so let's try that. Yeah, there you go, Champagne. At Champagne, let's do that one. It's on 4th Street. Unicorn, Calgary, 8th Avenue and 2nd Street. That doesn't look like the right one. 4th, yeah, here it is. 4th Street and 19th Avenue. The Unicorn on 4th. Oh yeah, who cares now? We've been here before. We have a new area code in Alberta. 825 is a new area code. Tells you how much I don't pay attention to shit like that. There you go. That's the address. 1919 4th Street Southwest. It's called Unicorn on 4th. Yeah, we haven't been there forever. Let's make that happen. Enter site. This is just checking out the menu, checking out the food. Reservation? No, we don't want a reservation. Food. Thursday, so it's half price bottle of wine. I assure you, we're not drinking wine. As romantic as that is, who cares? I love you, buddy. I'm not sharing a bottle of wine with you, or bottle of wine. But I tell you what, there is $13 steak sandwiches from 11 a.m. till 4, so that works out well for us because we like steak sandwiches, as it turns out. As I just said, meet the girls here for a steak sandwich in less than an hour. And there's $8 salt and pepper ribs for to close. So steak sandwiches it is. We usually hang out for a couple 3-4 hours, something like that. Maybe less than that. 12:30. I kind of want to be home by then because I have to be home about 3:34. Usually because Mrs. Frostmage works during the day, and I'll just take the day off. Actually, that's the great thing about poker, right? Just play a little bit later on. But I have a summer job, work my ass off in the summer job, so I don't have to work in the wintertime. So I play lots of tournaments. I play lots of poker in the winter months and not so much in the summer. This year was a bit rough for a couple of different reasons. But okay, let's give an update here on this tournament. Let's put it up. Because we're back at it. This one here, we're out of the rebuy period. So I track this, I write where I am just for my own mental health. Rebuy, I am 63rd out of 334. There's a total of 1,065 people in this tournament. We are currently in this 15th level. Bounty's kicking in on the 17th level, so we've got another... How long are the levels here? Blind interval is 10 minutes, so another 20... Well, we've got another 10 minutes or so at this level. So people are just going to start dropping off here. In terms of payouts... 120 get paid. I'm in for one buy-in into this tournament. No, I'm not. I'm in for 2 buy-ins in this tournament. You just find me. Get up real quick. There's my name. I'm in for 2 bullets. It's 67th place. We haven't been to the Unicorn? I thought, maybe it was James Joyce. Maybe that's the one we went to. James Joyce, I thought, was, that's the one where you had the Yorkshire pudding there. It was a Thursday night. I'm just kidding. I don't know what night it was. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe it was a James Joyce. We've been to Joyce a couple different times. The Unicorn, yeah, I don't think we've been to. Okay, sounds good. Yes, steak sandwich. Yep. All right. Hope to see you there. I will. Let's take a look. When did the Flames play? Calgary Flames, their next game. Okay, so they do play on Thursday, which is good. They play the Predators. So to help identification, obviously, I'll be at least one of the people wearing my Flames jersey, because that's what I do. I wear my Flames jersey when the Flames play. I do not wear it on days that the Flames are not playing. As well as, let's take a look. Canada. Team Canada World Junior, Team Canada schedule. This could be problematic because if Team Canada is playing on Thursday, then I'll probably have to wear that jersey instead. We don't know who's playing just yet. We know that Germany and Norway are playing, but they haven't got tickets yet. They haven't got released when Team Canada plays, because we won't know until Wednesday. Czechia versus Canada tomorrow at 8:30 EST. So that would be like I don't know if that's European. And I always fuck up that time switch. I think that's like at 8:30 a.m. EST. So that's 11:30 here, I'm guessing. So we'll have to find out, I guess. Either way, I'll tell you what, I'll wear my Flames jersey regardless on Thursday. And that's where we're going to be. We're going to go to Unicorn on 4th Street. It'll be lunchtime. It is a work day for people. Because it is a work day, probably not a lot of people. A lot of people wearing, not a lot of people wearing their Flames jersey, so we'll be one of two. And who cares? He's bald. That's it. You'll see two guys, one in Flames jacket, the other guy bald. Come on over. I'll probably be wearing my hat, because that's what I wear. And I'll probably be wearing a red shirt, because that's also what I wear. In Champagne, because I've lurked in your stream a couple different times. I know what you look like as well. Yes, we have been to James Joyce. Yeah. Yeah, I think we. So back to the James Joyce comment there. Who cares? We were sitting in the back there. That's where you had. It was one of those high tops, like a bar stool type table we were sitting at. That's when you had the Yorkshire puddings. I recall that. I think I had the Irish stew. Something to that end, anyway. Alright, let's clean some of this up a little bit. Crap on the go here. Nines versus Doyle. I did lose to Doyle last night. Out on the bubble. Who cares? Send me a text. How did the tournament go? I lost to 10 deuce. I had pocket queens, I think. I'm all in. The host wife is all in, and someone else is all in. They flopped 2 pair. Oh, that'll narrow it down for sure. Yeah, no one else will be wearing a jersey. I agree. I absolutely think that will narrow it down. So this guy, I tell you, who cares? I did narrow it down. I gave 3 different conditions that have to occur there to know who is who. 2 guys, 2 people, you and me, sitting there. Of those 2 guys, one guy, me, will be wearing the jersey, and the other guy, you, will be bald. For sure. Those are 3 very specific conditions to occur. You're going to walk in and look around, and it'll be all tables of 2 people, of bald guys, one guy being bald and one guy wearing a jersey. How often is that condition going to occur? Silly Billy. All right, we're still just trudging along there. There's some conversation going over here. This guy, I want to see what the comments were because I missed it. Hurry up, something. This is, are you drunk? What are you playing here? Are you drunk? That's funny. 8s versus 4s, who's still ahead? That's fine. I have Ace King. I'm just going to go broke on this one, I think. Patty's got all the chips, so he'll probably just rip it in there. Love it. So we're out of that tournament. So we're 6. Ooh, hits it on the river. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. I was in sport through university, and one of my opposing coaches. See this guy throwing shit over here. I mean, I get you're throwing shit, but you're behind, and I know you're behind. That's why I don't raise. I don't need to raise because I put you on this exact type of hand. Oh, who cares? Not gonna lie, that's some funny shit. Champagne, he says, look for the guy with a Flames jersey on, the guy with a bag in his hand, embarrassed by the guy with the Flames jersey on. Well, at least you said that that's the reason to be embarrassed, not just because you're hanging out with me. What a dick. That's right, I can say it. That's my friend. Okay, you'll probably be in Jersey as well? Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, it's my little dog making noise there. Alright, so let's update this one as well because I'm out of that one. 2, 4, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's start this one. Alright, so I've played 6 of these micro sit and goes that we're talking about. And I moneyed in 2 of the 4. So back to this hand here, this is the same sort of thing, right? I mean, I know that this guy doesn't have any of that, so there's no reason for me to bet. So when he throws shit at the end, there's a problem there, right? But it's not me, because I don't have to hit to win. He does. He's only got 6 outs. He had any of the 3 remaining kings, or 3 of the remaining 6 jacks. Anything that's other than that, he loses. So when you throw shit at someone like that at the end, are you encouraging them to play better? Right? It's questionable. What's this one? 15 seconds until... Oh, okay, so we've got 10 seconds here. I'll just run it out. We are going to get into the rebuy period. Not the rebuy period. The mystery bounty is kicking in right now. We've got 13 bigs. We don't cover anyone. So we're going to have to... Now it's a new tournament, right? Now the only play here is to basically chunk it in. You've got to find a hand that you can play, throw it all in there, and have your hand hold up. So those are the 2 conditions. And you can play, and it has to hold up. We are still not in the money yet. Money kicks in at 120 people. There's 237 people, so you got to lose half the field. In the meantime, half of that field, these bounties are going to go. 1 $100 bounty, 2 $30 bounties, 6 $10 bounties. So that's it. That's what we're looking for. 1 second. Okay. Not that. Not this one either. Oh, Holly Hayes. I don't know how this thing. Who am I following on this? You can check out my Instagram. It should be down below. I've got 2 links on there. There it is. There's Champagne Poker right there. Right. Well, I'm not going to show you that. You can look it up. Champagne Poker. You can go check out his stream. I think he's got his Instagram link there. Either way, he's famous. He made it on the Jumbotron. I'm just looking at his feed right now. Made it on the Jumbotron. No, maybe it wasn't the Jumbotron. He made it on television anyway. I was watching on the couch over here watching the Flames game. There was a fight that was like right in front there, and obviously the cameras are showing the fight, blah blah blah. And he's in the background. Okay. Back to the bounty thing. So now we got 11 and a half here. Got to find a hand to chunk it all in there. Because if you don't take a shot at winning those bounties, and as the bigger bounties go away, then you tighten up your range again. Again, having talked to Josh Manley Poker and Aaron Barone, both of 888. Actually, I can see Aaron is on right now. They both said the same thing, more or less. You want to make sure you have a big stack to cover people, so that when they call, when they bet, you cover them. 6 deuce is just not going to cut it there. 9-3, this is not going to cut it. But the pocket tens, you got to throw that in there, right? Even though Caro, page 23, says that 60% of the time there's going to be an overcard to your hand. People, they don't fold ace king, ace queen to a raise, right? One of the things I talk to my students about is, would you fold ace king, ace queen here? No. Then why do you expect other people to do it? Who cares now? We talk a lot of poker, and we take the approach. So let's look at this hand specifically. I'm in this position. I'm under the gun. My student here raised, and I call him that, but it's not. We understand that that's kind of the relationship we have, but it's not really the right term. Just for clarity, I just use it. He's in the under the gun position, and he raises ace-5 suited. In the late 9-handed tournament, late position, the cutoff or the button, I forget which, one of these two guys called here. And so now the problem comes in here because he ends up losing his whole, like a large chunk of his stack, because this guy has a smaller stack than he does. And I forget exactly what happened in terms of having. Oh, see, this guy's. I got this guy. No, I don't have this guy covered. So he raised his ace-5 suited under the gun, and back here this guy calls. So just on the surface of it, I said, if you had ace king or ace queen here in this late position, if you're in the under the gun position, and you raised your ace-5, if you were in these two positions, late, the cutoff or the button, and someone raised and you had ace king, would you fold? And he said no. He said, okay, so now let's come back to this ace-5. What hands do you think you're going to be ahead of here? You can't beat any pair, and you cannot beat ace king, ace queen. You're not going to get a better ace to fold. So raising ace-5 up front, there's nothing wrong with raising ace-5, but it's the ability to chunk that shit away. It's the ability to throw it away. Need a club here. That's not a club. We're going to be out of this tournament. You have to have the ability to get rid of that. Because if you hit the ace, your hand's not going to be good enough. Let's see what my bounty is worth. Oh, yeah, it's only worth 74 cents. Well, that sucks. 215th place in it. We're out of that tournament. Who cares? We gotta come up with one of these ones, I think, as well, for just... How do we put just my picture up there? Get rid of all the other stuff. So if an ace hits, then what? Now you have an ace, but you have a shit kicker, and now you're behind. So if he has ace king and you have ace 5, get rid of the aces because you both have an ace. He has a king, you have a 5. If any other cards come up that's not a 5, you're losing. And you can just do the math on what that works out to be. So this is the same thing. You got to find a hand, chunk it in there when you can. This is what it is. Well, that's going to be a slow losing day for right now, but I promise you, I will be back this afternoon. I'll meet those girls for a steak sandwich. There's a strong possibility I'll have a beer in there, but one of those girls will have to drive home, I think. Nah, I should probably just not have a beer. I'd run down there. It's only about 3.5 kilometers or something from here. I could probably run down there. Then I have to run back because they walked. So I don't know. You guys have a great afternoon. Thanks for being here. You could have done anything with your time, but you decided to stay here. I appreciate that. So thank you. Strong possibility going to stream again tomorrow. The plan is to just try and stream Monday to Friday, 9 until 1, daily basis. And then we'll see how it goes from there. Getting up at 9 o'clock in the morning is difficult. So when Who Cares says getting up at 12:30, I'll see if I can make it up that early. I understand the struggle is real. All right, you guys have a great day. Have a great afternoon. We will talk to you soon.